Hi, everybody. It's been a bit. Um, it's August 27th, and there was a part of me that's like, oh, I'm just doing this for myself now. But maybe somebody will go back and watch it someday. But I need to at least finish out the season. Um, we just took a series from the Cubs and a series from the Phillies, which is really exciting. And, we're still I think we're like 2.5 games back. I don't know what's gonna happen today because 'cause we're off today, and, um, I don't know if the Astros and Rangers are playing. I'm guessing they probably are. But yeah, this has been a challenging season, which is kind of the way it is as a Mariners fan. This feels very familiar to me. People have said to me like, "Oh, how are you feeling about the Mariners season?" I'm like, "It feels familiar." That's how it feels. Um, and I know a lot of people are really disappointed, and I get that. We could still make the playoffs. I'm not convinced we have the manager or managing um, group of people to get us to the World Series. Um, it's hard. I really like Dan Wilson as a human being, really, really like him as a human being. And I'm kind of sad that, this is probably turning some people, against Dan. But he took a risk, right, of taking that sort of beloved Dan Wilson and becoming a manager. And everybody's always going to have something to say about the manager. And he's a nice guy. He might be too nice to be a baseball manager. And I don't want an asshole manager. I really don't. I wouldn't like that because I am about people and feelings and all those kind of things. But um, there's got to be a middle ground somewhere. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I know there's only, you know, 30 some games left. Um, I'm trying not to count down because it is depressing for me when the last game is played. I usually take that day and just watch and cry and all those kind of things. And it's also, I think, going to be Rick Riz weekend. I had toyed with going and I'd rather watch it all from home. We did go to the 50th anniversary weekend. I really enjoyed that. I've been around for 50 years. So I don't know that everybody enjoyed it the way I did, but I really enjoyed it. Really happy to see A-Rod back on the field. Um, I don't have the ugly feelings that a lot of people have about A-Rod. So I was really happy to see him back. Um, yeah, I, what I want to say is tough one. Uh, but I mean, it has been this whole this season has been a tough one. Um, so we give Dan a hard time about that, but is not completely wrong. Just says it a lot. So, yeah, I loved the 50th anniversary weekend. I loved seeing all the people. Uh, I am currently very concerned about Julio and his concussion. People are getting really worked up about some of the mistakes he's making, and to me, they don't seem like he's checked out. It seems like he's dealing with a brain injury, So if you know anything about concussions, everybody reacts to them differently. And I don't know. I have a little concern about Julio and I hope that he is well. And he ideally will continue to get well. He has the best available care. But it's great to see Cal hit some home runs. That's been super fun these last few days. I'm really happy to see that for him. This has had to been a really hard year for Cal. And I do think that whatever happens at the end of this year, that I so hope all of these guys can go into the off season and, enjoy some time off, first of all, but also really have an opportunity to be kind to themselves. And, this is a hard, hard game. I think there was a lot of pressure on this team. I think there's some manager things that, have nothing to do with the team. I don't have anything negative to say about the players. I think they're all doing what they can be doing right now. And um, my joke often is that they need to tear down that stadium and um, move it to some place where apparently there are not, bones buried underneath it and that need to be honored. And we should honor them and maybe not build a stadium on top of them. But um, this is what it's like to be a Mariners fan. And it's a hard place to play sports. There's a lot of travel far, far away. And yeah, it's just someday they're going to win the World Series. I don't know that I'm going to be alive to see that. We'll see. But I'm curious to see what, the rest of September looks like. We have a much easier schedule and I love baseball, you guys. I'm just sad that I can feel it in the air that fall is coming and baseball's ending and um I don't this may not be a popular opinion, but I don't really want to go to the playoffs just to go to the playoffs. If they're going to get into the playoffs, I want them to be contenders. And I feel like right now, if they get into the playoffs, it's just because the AL West sucks. um, that a lot of the American League, is tricky. And, you know, i- if one of these teams get into the playoffs from the AL West with under 500, I don't know how they compete. I mean, maybe it's that magic story where, um, you know, the underdog goes on to take it all. That would be amazing. That would be super fun. But if that's not going to be what it is, then I kind of just want baseball to, I hate it, baseball to end this season and we figure out what happens next year, with a lockout and all those things that are coming. I heard somebody say that we should probably at least plan to lose April, which totally bums me out. Somebody said, who really cares about April baseball? And I'm like, I do. It's my birthday and they were going to be in town on my birthday. And I wanted to go on my birthday. Um, but it is what it is. So we'll see. We've still got a month of baseball left, and I'm going to try to get on here weekly. I don't even know why I haven't. I just hit me that I was like, oh, it's been a really long time since I went live. And um, I've just been very busy. August has been very busy, and September is going to be very busy. So, but I wanted to at least put this on here because it's my own little baseball journal. So, all right. I'm going to cut this off and just say this is what it's like to be a Mariners fan. And still, forever and always, go Mariners.